Hello there and welcome back. Now, you may be struggling with consistency in your striking because of your setup fundamentals, because what we find is that for every setup fundamental that's wrong, there's going to be a compensation in the swing that cannot be avoided. And so in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up. We're going to go through grip, we're going to go through setup posture, alignment, how your spine should be tilted, and then I'm going to give you a nice little drill to get used to those new setup fundamentals. And what you're going to find is you're going to hit the ball incredibly well in your next range session, and that's going to be the basis of building your swing. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate your support and I'll see you very soon. But let's get right into it. And today we've got the AI glasses so that I can show you firsthand what it should look like when you're looking down on it, just to help you get better at your game. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on the grip. Now, many people we see hold the grip in the palms of their hands. So they get it like this in the palms. Now, what this does is it allows for a lot of manipulation. As you can see, as I look down there, you know, we can very much see here on the grip, we can see here on the grip. So the hands aren't covering over to give us opposite forces. So there's a lot of manipulation there. Look how much that club face is moving. Okay, so what we want to see is that we get our positioning of the hands, lead hand in a stronger position and in the fingers, and trail hand in a weaker position and in the fingers. So you can see there that this V shape is pointing up to this right shoulder, and the V shape on this hand is pointing up to my face. So let's do that in first person. So as I look down here, what I want to do is I want to get the club nice and low like this, and then I'm going to bring this hand on, and so it's almost like the middle of the fingers are holding that club, or the club is resting in the middle of the fingers. Then I'm going to pinch. You can see the fingers aren't all the way up over here, they're just slightly on the side there. Then we're going to come over, and now I can see 1, 2, 3 knuckles, and the V shape is pointing up to my right shoulder. And you can see the thumb here is on the right side of the grip, and the thumb and forefinger are pinching together. And that is the way you want the grip to look. Now, when we come to apply the right hand, it's important that we get the back of the grip here in the middle of the fingers, right here. So we put that on the back. Again, I'm not grabbing it like this because that would give me a strong right hand. And this is not very good for consistency because we got two strong hands. So we want it there. And from there, then we're going to wrap over. And now you can see I cannot see the finger or the thumb or any of this. I've wrapped right over, and look at that. Now I've got opposite forces. And if you look at the club face, it's much more stable, and it's very unnatural for me to try and manipulate that. Okay. And another little pointer is this thumb. We want to get this part of the right palm pinching on the thumb. So as if I do that, you can see I can pinch that finger with there. I want to pinch this thumb with that, as you can see. So we've got that applied. I'm going to bring this on. I'm going to pinch that in, and I can really feel then the connection between the two hands. So that is the grip locked in. Next thing we're going to look at then is the setup posture. So what a lot of people do in this position is they sit back with their butt, right? And it gets them in this seated position. But what that does is that gets your hip bone way outside your foot here. And so you can't really do much with your legs except for just keep you in balance and keep you stable. What we need is, as you can see, as I stand straight, my ankle joint is in line with my hip bone. Okay, and we want to keep that there, because if I go to walk, look, I said this before in a video, it's easy, but if I get that out of line and try and walk, there's a serious problem with that. Looks like there's a wee problem here. So we want to have the legs straight, and we're going to bend from the hip forward without pushing the butt back. Forward until we're about here, club will hit the ground. Now you can do this by holding the club out in front like this, and then bending from the hip until the club hits the ground. Now you can see there where that club's landed, I'm way too close, so I'm just going to shuffle back until that's right in the center of the club face, the ball. From there, then, we're going to take 2 steps. Now, I love arranges with these lines because we can make sure our alignment is correct with the feet. And then I'm going to soften the knees forward. The knees are coming forward, and now I've got that line right there, ankle and hip bone in line. And that's the lower body setup, the upper body setup, and the grip. So that's all looking very much fantastic. I've got loads of ability to rotate, twist the hips, twist the body. Everything's going to work together. The next thing then is how we're tilted. So what a lot of people do when they are in setup is they have this hip higher than this one, and that gets the spine tilted this way, as you can see. What we actually want to see is that we can bump this hip this way, which is going to get our spine either neutral or slightly tilted back, especially for our full shots. And that's going to encourage a little bit of weight, about 55% of weight on this foot, as opposed to this one. Now I need to get those shoes cleaned, as Johnny said. So forward, and now the spine's back. So now, as well as I'm looking down, the ball position is right on my left eye. It's going to help me then get through the shot. When a lot of people put the ball position back like this, it makes them want to come back. And we're getting no weight transfer, no compression, none of the good stuff. So let's go through that whole setup again. We'll start off with the grip. There. There. Then we'll go into our setup drill. Bend from the hip, keep those legs straight, over. That's in a good position. 2 steps in line with that line, or you can put an alignment stick down. Then the knees come forward. Now we're in setup. Then I'm just going to bump the hip. Now I'm ready to go. Let me just take a natural swing on that. It's a nice strike. Now, I did say I was going to give you a little drill. So let's do that. So obviously all that stuff's going to feel weird. Now I would recommend doing one thing at a time. Start off with your posture, then move into the grip, then get your hip bump and get your spine angle. But a great drill for this is to actually have your feet together while you're swinging. It's going to force a lot of things. When the feet are together, if I then get the grip and go into setup, when the feet are together, it really forces me to use the body and arms together, right? If I in any way get out of balance in the backswing, I'm going to fall over. It didn't take much. If I in any way get out of balance in the follow through, I'm going to fall over. So you want to stand in here in your setup, feet together, and just swing back and through, trying to maintain your balance and trying to see that the club is landing in the same spot every time. Perfect. Then you want to hit a shot like that. So it's a great drill to get used to the fundamentals. Now you don't need to go fast. You won't be able to because of the requirement for balance. Hit a couple of shots. And there we go. So to recap, grip is in the fingers. Setup drill, bending forward, keeping the legs straight. 2 steps in line. Bump the hip. And after you've done that drill with the feet together, keep that same feeling in your swing, very balanced, arms and body working together. And you're going to start to hit crisper, cleaner shots on the range. And then you can bring that to the course once you've had a few sessions. So thanks again for watching. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so you don't miss any future ones. We'll inform you whenever we release new videos. And as always, let me know in the comments if there's anything you're struggling with and we can cover that. And finally, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.